afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another everything amazing Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero, Strike Defender of the Fatherland, man of your dreams, off here to 1 vs 1 on Angoville. In the south we got Bulat, fighting here for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Communist Stalin, and the glorious Third Shock Army. There's the north, we got Donniechan fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 24th Panzer Division here with Spearhead, Luftwaffe, and Mechanised with Panzerfaust, Mortar, Snipers, versus Bulat here with Shock Rifle, IS-2, and T-70 bulletins. He's going for double engineer conscript start. He's going to put out aggressively here versus Donniechan. First engagement here was Pioneers and Engineers here in the west side of the map. As the others setting up troops eastwards there. Conscript going to be converging here with Engineers to deal with the Pioneer threat in the west. Going to use MU-42S Donniechan focus on the west side. Donniechan having only, I believe, recent returns. Of course, he might not be quite fully prepared for what's changed with Angoville. So now I'm not entirely sure how it's going to play out either. This map has been, I would say, violently overhauled in some ways. It's not even recognizable since there's been some massive uprooting of the points, but also just in how the terrain works. Like West Angoville is a lot less open than it used to be, a lot more shot blockers, for example, it can be easy to creep out. On the other hand, the east side is also in that way well, less enclosed, so the map has, at the same time, the north side has also been slightly more, manageable for infantry in some way. So a rather dramatic overhaul for the map, really. A dramatic overhaul. Pioneers, they need to retreat soon. We got Sniper on the way here for Donniechan. There's a heavy conscript build. I'm not entirely sure how a Sniper start's going to work out there for Donniechan. It can work, of course, once he sort of gets going, but right now he risks just being overwhelmed by Bulat, who's just churning out the infantry. So the Sniper there is going to find himself a bit cut up for the task here. In addition, of course, with the terrain as it is, it's going to be difficult for Sniper to get a good hit. So we'll have to see how Donniechan reacts to this. Otherwise, I'd say unhelpful start for him. Khan's going to be sitting out there for Bulat. I mean, it'll be interesting to see with the Shock Rifle. Not a doctrine you see a lot. Usually it's more the guards-oriented doctrines you see a lot of plays, or the ones for the T-35s, and this one has neither, so it'll be interesting to see how Bulat plays this one out. Comes there pushing back in the MG-42, Sniper there backing it up. Pioneer's going to need his MG-40 Sniper there moving out. He's going to need some more infantry at fast. And siding with Donniechan, we also got some interesting choices here, like Luftwaffe supply. That is not a commonly seen one. Seeing that in 1 vs 1, 2 vs 2, it can, be seen with some team game tactics or strategies, but 1 vs 1, it's rather exceedingly rare. Mechanized Spearhead to varying degrees usage. The overall, they're not, shall we say, the common meta choices in a 1 vs 1 for the Wehrmacht. That's usually more want something with G-43s. But there comes with deal with the MG-42 and the Sniper pushing them back here still. That's going to be a nice lead here for Bulat, who can quickly take ahead, maybe push out a reasonably fast T-70 here versus Donniechan, depending on the situation there. S-mounts at the car point would not be, I think, a bad choice for Donniechan once he gets some munitions, or I suppose there's the option of considering maybe a machine gun bunker. Conditioning about the flamethrowers up here for Bulat. Sniper, of course, sort of roaming about, looking for targets. 2 kills over here for Das Vaterland. Another gun is squad for Donniechan. That's going to help a bit. He needs to get that machine gun to back up here versus the flamethrower gentleman. And there you go, Council flanking up, getting hold here with MG-42, Sniper doing what can with the Engineers, taking them down to half size, and there you go, Council now time from the other side. MG-42 needs to deal with this, but the Council is drawing fire away from the machine gun, and it takes some time to actually situate the machine gun, so nice push there by Bulat. Donniechan will begin dispatch forces into the east, and there you go, flanking the machine gun. We got no Molotovs up here though for Bulat. And another attack here, he's just launching an attack from as many points as possible against Donniechan, and Donniechan is just struggling to contain this. Lack of infantry or additional machine guns to help here is not helping out Donniechan a ton here. That's when it's getting Bulat there a strong upper hand. In the east we got Mechanised with Engineers, so it's a bit of a closer quarter engagement there. Pioneers there are slowly cutting down the conscripts, almost getting them up there in the Sniper. That'd be a pretty bad early game development for Donniechan. It could possibly even be a GG. Back here, the reinforcement going on. Third gun squad there for Donniechan. Pioneers actually wiped a unit here for Bulat. That is a nice development there for Donniechan. It's not going to save him the engagement right away, but it's going to help a bit. Just a small bit here versus Bulat. It's going to slow him down a bit and ensure he can't just rotate as far. And also can't snowball nearly as hard, because he's really important as the Wehrmacht. So there you go, bunker up for Donniechan. His sniper in particular needs the medical support. Otherwise, Donniechan should eventually consider taking up. But there he goes, pushing for the fuel there. Very good. Very good. Bulat, there's support company. Could go for maximum, go for field guns. We could just try and straight ahead take further up and sort of rush out a T-70. And certainly with a T-70 bulletin, that certainly seems like a very potential plan there for Bulat. But not yet. Not yet for a Bolshevik little friend here. He's got things in mind there. We got the medic bunker being upgraded here for Donniechan. Very good, very good. Most of it's saying German, sehr good. Also, big thanks to Remy Claude. I hope we got that one right for donating support the Propagandacast. Big thanks to you, allowing me to keep doing this day after day. So, very big thanks to you, and of course, everyone else who donates and such. Bit of skirmishing these with units coming up with the flamethrowers, going to burn out those fascists and send them packing. Back here, we finally got the takeover there for Donniechan. We got the sniper there being healed up. Bulat there's yet to further pull ahead. We got the Contra-Marine noting he's not replaced them. He might, of course, be planning something else with his manpower, maxims, shock troopers. Lots of options there. And we got a mine type here as well. Very good spot there for Bulat. Very good spot. Constant reinforcing. Constant moving up here. Big 2 point secured auto for the German army. Donniechan's a bit behind there, Bulat, so that's a bit risky. And we do get the maximum level for Bulat to help deal with the Donniechan's infantry. Of course, this is where the sniper's going to be extra handy though, since that can reasonably fight against it. Like to make a nice company now available here to build for Donniechan and Das Vaterland. Company against the Grenadiers, no cover, and there you go. Poor Ludwig pays with his price. Pays with his life, the ultimate price. There we go. Continues something about this. Sniper needs to be mindful of that. At least the potential of something hiding behind there. If he isn't, that could be a bit unpleasant there for Donniechan. Skirmishing in the south, like a Mechanised company being built there for Donny. Bulat there has yet to further take up. Certainly losing out the possibility of the fast T-70 here versus Donniechan. That was unlikely. Machine gun versus a machine gun there. Maxim versus the MD-42. MD-42 that's got the upper hand there, with the other one being pinned down just a bit. Though he would probably benefit there from the sniper supporting. Mines was on the way there. Of course, he's anticipating that Bulat will be laying down mines. Good work there by Donny. And there we go. Counter exchange to the MD-42. Sniper there can use a blast away. 9 kills so far. In the south there, more Canadians ranks in the scene deal with the country. Then another max here for Bulat. Interesting choice here. A part of me would have figured, he'd consider maybe something like shock troopers here, but he seems to be taking to the maximum course. Back here, reinforcement, healing should be going on. Nothing out of the like to make a nice company. I mean, a flame for half tech, that's what is maximum pretty great. But Donniechan, considering the overall situation and the fact he's behind on fuel notably and certainly hasn't had good mag control, goes to the pack 41st, assuming that Bulat will be rushing out T-70 against him. That is certainly a very good idea to assume in these circumstances here. And certainly normally a player by like so a player would be pushing it. I'm not going to say Bulat doesn't have super much experience with them, but a lot of aggressive solo players would be pushing out T-70 by now. I mean, hell, I'd be pushing out T-70 by now, and I'm as aggressive as they come. So it's, I think, very sensible response there from Donniechan then to go for the Pack 40, the Panzerabwehrkanone 40. Norfolk got the maximum with the maximum, they're backed up by Grenadiers, noting no upgrades for any of Donny's Grenadiers. And certainly no doctrine either. Certainly think Bulat is missing out here, not take out. I mean, at this stage, he could probably get away with just trying to rush out T-34-76 here versus Donny. So, feels a bit like he might be focusing a bit too much on the front line and neglecting the strategic elements, which can be dangerous. Donny, in the meanwhile, is not losing any opportunities. He's going to push for a 2-2 to put some pressure on Bulat with some light vehicles. And certainly an aggressively used 2-2 can be quite a thorn in your opponent's side and can possibly force Bulat to have to counter, particularly since he's going for a shock doctrine. He doesn't have guardsmen, meaning his methods of dealing with the 2-2 is going to be a bit trickier than otherwise, since he can't just run up some men with anti-tank rifles. So if Donniechan can use this 2-2 well enough, he can actually stall Bulat and push him back more aggressively and put pressure. I mean, you might even get another wipe there against the conscripts, which of course would be amazing for Donny, though. He needs to be careful of that sniper. He is rather extending it. He's pushing it hard. Also be careful of that MG42. I mean, I like the machine gun is being used actively, but I'd say there's actively and then there's just extending it as far as it goes. Bulat, though, still needs to take up. Definitely a bit of an oversight there. By now, I would say, 10 minutes of T-70 are not going to work out for him. He'd better off going for the Mechanized Armor Company and just trying to push out T-34. So even a KB-8 rush at this stage could be a possible idea for Bulat, but it needs to happen. There we go. So wait, we're just digging and all of these other things appear? Well, there used to be another one here. We're just unearthing it. Oh, alright. There we go, 2-2ing it. So Ludwig, remember, the important thing is when you see a Russian, you just pull the trigger. You don't try and ask questions. Jawohl. There you go, pushing back the maximum there aggressively with the 222. Fun fact, the 222 was actually based on a civilian car design alongside the 233 armoured car. So a little fun fact there. Maxim does the MG42 pack following out the Panzer Confused. He does go for the T70 at this late of the stage. I'd not recommend them. I mean, the T70 of course can still be effective, but normally you kind of want it out like the 7 to 8 minute mark, 9. At 11 to 12 minutes, you're rather hitting a very late T70, depending on the situation. I mean, you can be a bit of trouble with that. I mean, in this case, he is far ahead enough to this could work. I mean, he can't be punished for, say, a Panzer IV right away, but he could also, be pushing for a T-34 Swin 6 at this stage. So, it's a bit, a bit of a grey zone here, I'd say, for Bulat versus Donniechan. Bit of a grey zone. Donniechan sort of not really some of grenadiers there with machine guns, that's very good. You could consider some pentagon grenadiers, that'd be helpful. And again, another 2-2 here to assist versus the T-70 could also be a really good choice for Donniechan. 2-2, they're pushing back the conscript, troops are healing and reinforcing. Mines down here, mines down there. Lots of mines really from Bulat, lots of mines. There's a very good job that he's been doing there, and that's also the important part. Sniper there, slowly closing in Destiny 2. I mean, while he might have been fumbling a bit about with the other things, he's at least not fumbling with the mines. If he did, he probably wouldn't have any hands. Continuing there for the fuel point, Maxim's back out. They're a bit bunched up, though in his defense, Donniechan does not really have anything to seriously punish bunched up Maxims. He's committing to another machine gun down. Interesting timing for a second MG42. Personally, I figure more to maybe help deal with these Maxims, in particular since Bulat is presenting a very tempting target. And there you go. First octal usage. And we got Donniechan with Mechanized. Spawning goes for the 2-2. Very much expected. We did go for Mechanized. We'll have to see how much else he makes use of the doctrine, though. Although, again, if Bulat keeps bunching up his Maxims like this, a howitzer could be an ace choice. 2-2 pulling back. They're a bit worried about anti-tank grenades. Bulat hasn't researched them, but he can still, fake it. He can bluff he's got them. And, of course, Donniechan, in most cases, is not going to try and take, the risk, because that'd be pretty silly. So, Bulat, there, I would say, doing some quite wonderful improvisation against Donniechan. Ooh, look at this, Mr. Fascist. We've got anti-tank grenades. We have anti-tank grenades? No, it's just my old socks. Oh, God, those are worse. Maximum that's the 2-2. Enough, he's not going for a field gun, indicating he's not too worried about the 2-2, and certainly the way Donniechan's using it, there's not been, I would say, a great cause for concern there for Bulat against it. He could be playing it more aggressively. I feel like he could pressure harder with it. We could have gone for a second one just to really hit Bulat hard with it, but so far the Donniechan is playing it sort of so-and-so. Not bad, but he could be giving a bit more gas. 2-2 falling back here on the knees was the Maxim quickly getting shot down there. Some of these reinforcing healing here. We got more pioneers on the way to help repairs. Tech up, and if it gets around to it. And he's got the guys with the engineers. Got the T coming up here for Bulat and the 3rd Shock Army. Now opening up the conscripts. 2-2's going to need some repairs. And conscripts are being shot to bits. Guineas running right out to the support side here with actually 26 kills, 22. Pretty good there for Donnie. Pretty good. No take up there. And no further take up for Bulat. I mean, he could try and stall for the eyes too. And that would be quite unpleasant, but at this stage, I mean, a rushed out KV8 could also be really unpleasant for Donniechan. Just a lot of T-34s, really. I mean, T-34s from the 6s, I would say, pretty solid. If you can get enough of them, they can usually, roll over your opponent, particularly in the early game. Your opponent does not have a lot of counters for it. That's where the T-34s from the 6 usually tends to be the most dangerous. And for those reasons, Donnie probably should consider taking out and maybe rush out a Sturmgeschütz. There you go, T coming up here right in front of the Pack 40, but hiding out here. Packs hitting some mines, that's going to be unpleasant there for Donnie. There we go, right in front of the T and the mine. Can't hit it. Definitely not the best maneuver there by Donnie. He's going for the command tank. A bit of desperation there if he's calling out a command tank like this, though. I would say in this situation he's aided by the fact that Bulat hasn't really gone for any anti-tank weapons and hasn't tried to rush out armor besides the T-70, so this isn't going to be a 70 punch there for Donnie as it can, though it does, smell a bit of desperation. Desperation. The 1944 fragrance from the Oswan collection. From the versus the advancing conscripts, 2-2 avoiding the mines. So that's the command tank actually. There you go, machine needs to get up, needs to get away. T-70 there, bouncing those shots from the 2-2-2. Like they're rocks. Very fast rocks. But still rocks. And in the end gets it. He does have anti-tank grenades up now, by the way, but sadly didn't quite intercede fast enough. Field gun and the 6, so we can see there, Bulat might have been slightly caught off guard there by Donnie, or he's really sort of stuck on the IS-2 plan, does not want to take up, so he's going to use the 6 to stall with, alongside the SIS-3 field gun. Ooh, he actually even cancels the H-26. He just sticks to the field guns. Bulat is really sort of caught up there. He might be in a bit of a Führer syndrome mode here. I mean, he still has a fat lead in this regard. Donniechan, though, I think, might want to consider some Pentagon these, since they're going to work really great against all these unupgraded conscripts. And needs to put more pressure on the victory points. He certainly is in a somewhat risky spot here versus the Red Army. Big push there for Donnie with Pioneers going to use machine guns. And the command tank continues to just sort of move about and shoot at stuff. With its low velocity in front of the cannon, the Stummel. I mean, any tank with that kind of cannon at the late stage would usually been part of a training and replacement battalion, or just been something the division had left unused as a command tank. For example, during the fighting in Normandy, I believe it was either the 2nd or the 1st of the Panzer Division, actually had some old Panzer IIIs they were using as command tanks. Well, I think that was in the battalion regimental level. Still, little fun fact there. Command tank being fixed up, mines being laid down. Big push here for Bulat against Donnie. And again, quick to capitalise, quick to dig in. A few sandbags here and there, I think would also not be amiss there for Bulat. As for Donnie, well, he needs to pull off some sneaky maneuvers here versus Bulat, because he's about to get hit by the IS-2 and Donnie is not ready for that. In particular, since he just lost his only anti-tank gun. He is less than ready for the IS-2. He's about as unprepared as you can get. I mean, heading in here, the IS-2's actually being, further advanced a bit there with a few bulletins to just make it slightly faster, and of course, more importantly, veterans you out a bit faster. So, Donnie has got quite a challenge on his hands. Also, he will have in a few moments. Using the sniper trying to clear out there, but that's going to be really slow. He needs to make a push up. He needs to try and outflank Bulat's position by the car point. He needs to make the push up here. And I think Donnie might want to lay down some telemines, to be honest. Telemines right now would, I think, be quite helpful here versus some of the things Bulat's about to hit him with. In particular, since Bulat's gone for all flamethrowers, meaning he's got no serious counters to actually deal with the telemine. We got smoke bombs off here, just to make sure the command tank gets away there. Donnie clearly a bit paranoid. Now he misclicked. But he needs to get fuel back in line, and he needs Sturmgeschütz. And there you go, Bulat here at the 20-minute mark. And we certainly rushed out a bit here. He's going for the IS-2, the Joseph Stalin 2 tank. Because we're out to go 2-2 there with 5 kills. Going to do this back up with a light machine gun. In the West, snipers and grenadiers all clashing out. We got the IS-2, they're just speeding ahead here. Pin light machine gun being added. And now Bulat definitely should be taking up to ensure that the IS-2 sort of stays dominant by supporting it with other tanks. And right here, Donniechan just needs to run. Almost losing the sniper there to a single hit from the IS-2. Poor Ludwig, though, did not make it. They need to be careful. Never knows what's hiding behind that shrubbery. Still getting some good damage there, some good kills. Fewer Dust Vaterland back here. Healing reinforcement. We got Donnie there going for double packs. He's got no other option right now to even remotely stop the IS-2. Sound fuel control did not work out too well here for Donnie against Bulat. So he's all he's got is the Panzerabwehrkanone and a few Panzerfaust, and of course belief in Endsieg. Concept maximuming up here, grabbing the eastern munitions point. Noting that both of his vehicles have been upgraded with spotting scopes. But after this, Donnie definitely needs to take up. Like, he can't, I think, sustain himself long term. He just double packs on the 2 in the command tank, of course, with Bulat. That definitely also needs to attack. Closing eventually 3 command tank striking eastwards. Although in the country they're blasting with the 75 and the high explosive rounds. There you go, pushing them back, push up for the centre. We got the pack front here, or the mini pack front ready to sort of try and stop the IS-2. Constable flanking the packs. Bad development here for Donnie. Bad development. Machine gun setting up here, but I know there's a veteran free machine gun, which is great for Donnie, less great for the large conscripts. And these there command tank outmaneuvering the field gun. Very nice, very nice. But note he doesn't pursue or try to flank. Does he? I mean, partly him worried about mines, but he apparently isn't, and then just risks it either way. And he actually ends up not getting punished. Of course, he needs to keep moving. The problem, of course, is also managing the engagement. There's the IS-2. The double packs, I mean, one wrong move either way could be quite costly here for Donnie. But he pushes back the IS-2 here with some fury and some courage. Almost getting the field in here with the command tank, which is going to be quite helpful there for Donnie versus Bulat. In part because he just an isolated tank with his steel, so that's more anti-tank weapons versus the IS-2, which is definitely not bad for Donnie. There you go, damage in the command tank. The Felix Panzerwagen is heavily damaged. We could see a loss here. We could see a command tank going kaput here. And Scheiße. Donnie definitely needs to take up though. He needs something more suited for finding the IS-2. He needs Sturmgeschütz. So I guess a Panther. Got a wipe though, that's pretty helpful. In fact, Bulat needs to replenish some of his infantry losses down to 1 conscript squad right now, which is definitely not good. Even if he's got an IS-2. He needs more infantry support. We got the sniper there by the veteran 3, 36 kills for Dust Vaterland. Very good. And Donnie lost an MD4 to the nearest man to grab it back though. He very much risks getting wiped here by the veteran 3 maximum before they can retreat, and yeah, that's just a slaughter there. Nice work there by Bulat's machine gun crew. So come on, tech Donnie, tech.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
2-2 very close to the ace level. That's doing repair again. More comms there for Bulat. Very good at replacing those losses. Sadly, now went for a shock trooper squad. Would have been very interesting, particularly on a map like this. Come on, Donnie, attack. Attack, don't just rely on the command tank. And there you go, straight to the command tank. Bulat is still not taking. Obviously, again, he has to replace them for losses, but he still needs at some point begin taking out. Unless he got them sniper with 38 kills. And guys, still on the move once more. The armoured fist of Stalin rolls ahead. Direct hit on the Pak 40, obliterating the crew, which is, you know, reasonably accurate of what happened once an anti-tank gun got spotted by a tank. Since the gun shield usually wasn't quite fair. Obviously the anti-tank has been used to be destroyed in the process, but generally it didn't end up well. I mean, anti-tank guns generally had to rely very much on, you know, getting the first shot and actually killing the enemy tank, because usually they'd be utterly annihilated if the tank returned fire on them. Which is kind of why the Germans came up with the pack front tactic, which basically just maximised the chance of the anti-tank guns killing all of the enemy tanks in one go and minimising the return fire. It's a little fun fact there. Still no take up there for either side. Bit of a mistake, I think, with the R2, but still gets away. Wipes the Pak 40 again. Machine gun then needs to retreat. But there you go, 2-2 saves the day there for Donniechan's right flank by taking out. But there you go, field gun returns the hit, gaining veteran 2. In the west, a bit of skirmishing, we got the maximum gun leaders. Oh, MD42 opening up there, veteran feed, 22 kills. Doing some heavy damage there, but getting flanked by another Maxim. It's machine gun on machine gun on machine gun action. 102 versus 430. Donniechan is slowly catching up. Again, if Bulat were to push for any sort of more armor right now, I think Donniechan would be in a very awkward spot. But so far, none of them seem to be moving ahead for the higher levels of tech, unfortunately. $39 kills on sniper. Outstanding work there by Donniechan. Outstanding. There we go, 5 kills from the second command tank here. All of a sudden, in Panzer IV, that cannon would have seen much use there by this stage of war. The cannon itself, that did see some usage on other weapons, usually armoured half-tacks and such, but it'd be used as a support weapons. Little fun fact there. Come on, Donnie, tech, and you as well, Bulat. Get that armour rolling, the bigger tanks. You can get more than one of, that is. I mean, you also should get, well, at least more and more infantry squad, but I do think the priority right now should be taking up. They're not just going for more anti-tank weapons. 100 points left here for Donnie. Looking rather uncomfortable there for them in the German army. Machine gun attack from the north here. Straight to the field gun here and there, guys. 2 counter-tank, got the Pak 40s moving in here. Straight to mine, the Grenadiers are suffering heavily in the assault on the west here. Donniechan defends with the machine gun, the sniper, and the command tank here. I see they're getting blasted by the Pak 40s, but most shots are so far failing to make much of an impression. Well, there we go. More shots now making an actual impression, forcing Bulat to pull back again. More tanks have just allowed him to roll the anti-tank guns. He's just a Katyusha, so the lack of further takeoff for Bulat is distressing and not really helping out a ton. And similarly, Donniechan really needs to consider taking out. Well, there you go, command tank going straight for the maximum here. Successfully forcing away the take a few misses. And east, I think Donniechan so extending here with his Pak 40s, desperately trying to put the ISO out of its mystery, but instead he's losing Pak 40s here to Bulat, which is not really good. Oh dear, he needs to be careful with the command tank as well. Donniechan, he seems to be getting a bit overexcited and is potentially throwing away whatever sort of concessions he's gained here versus Bulat. But close one here, close one. Come on, Donny, get that tech going. Calling in smoke here, very good, very good. Also called in from the right side, very good as well. Some players that called in from the farthest away edge of the map here, but in this case, Donny went for the one that was closest. Excellent. Excellent. Similarly excellent would be some tech from both players. Well, that definitely seemed to be on the other side. There we got air recons this time for Donny. Don't think he's using that one just for the smoke. Yeah, he's just calling in to get an idea there what Bulat is up to. Not a bad idea at all. And there we go. Finally, tag up here for Donny. Excellent. Wunderbar. Sehr good. I would just see if Bulat can get around to doing it. Maximum setting up as the advancing grenadiers. Laying down a storm of lead. Rushing out into the machine guns. Final left, we got the confidence to press the lane before 2 vets, and he should probably pull that one back for enforcement at some point. Oh, he cancelled the tech. What are you doing, Donny? What are you doing? Don't cancel the tech. Ach, scheiße. Mein Gott. Conflict against the Pack 40 here.
The sector has been cut off. The enemy is taking our territory.
Eat that tech going, Donny. Eat that tech. Suddenly, Bulat. There we go. Back at it again. Back at it again. Field can fire there. Grenadiers being mauled. And the rest of the S2's leading an assault here with some engineers. Nothing bigger there for Bulat. Bit weak. Meanwhile, Donny's countering these with the machine guns, the packs, and everything else. They were not too far either. Could find himself a bit torn. Just going to try and push for the eastern victory point successfully fully, or just going to try and counter into the west here. The decision needs to be made sooner. They need to commit fully. So if he tries to, I think, do both at the same time, he's going to lose. So what will Donniechan do? And Bulat's already going into anticipating the counter continues in the east. But the assault continues there, so he's going to go with the IS-2 to intercept and deal with that. And Donny's only got one pack forward. But there you go. Telemann goes off. Buying Donny some rest spot here versus Bulat. Take up there, almost don't get the support code going and get those dukes rolling. Maximum of 9 kills. .43 kills from that sniper, not bad at all. Can build that support code. Will he do it though? I hope he will. Come out to the demon that comes from the west. Victory points slow down to 65 here for Donny. 375 for Bulat. They certainly seem to be very much violently in the throes of Fuhrer syndrome. Telemann's being laid down further there again to try and stall the IS-2. Very good decision there by Donny. As Bulat, besides showing himself reluctant to take up, has also shown himself reluctant to get minesweepers. And there we go, support cut for Donny. Excellent. Finally. Now he just needs to summon the mighty Sturmgeschütz. Come on, Bulat, get that Mechanised armor company up. Got the East rolling here, we got the Panzer moving in there. Engaging, shooting, and missing. Great hand, the Befehlspanzerwagen. Sniper, oh! No, Donny, 9! He lost his sniper to the Maxims. Command tank down, get that Stuttgart, Donny, get that... Oh, he didn't finish it, he didn't finish it, Scheiße! You didn't finish it, Donniechan. And he ends up calling in another command tank. Ah, Scheiße. That's a bit, I think, of a cock up there by Donny. But again, he's still not being punished very hard by Bulat because He's still not taking up. But Donnie needs to finish it. He needs to get out the bloody Sturmgeschütz.
We are losing a sector.
Straight for the Parnese here with the IS-2 in these. We got the maximum conscripts running up here, pushing for the fuel pond there. IS-2 going straight for the jugular here. Donnie in the west, tearing into him like a rapid dog. Tech 40 gaining eventually 2. 2 they're going in, got 17 kills on it. Still not finished. I don't think Donnie's realised it. I don't think Donnie's realised it at all. Donnie doesn't know.
Enemy is taking our territory.
Ooh, all of the entertainers with the command tank. Smoke screens off here to deal with the field guns and the entertainment. Very good, very good. At least to cover up the command tank here. Stabilizer 65 still over Donnie versus Bulat. Bulat still doesn't take up. And Donnie still hasn't finished his up either. There definitely seems to be an issue with both players taking up. Definitely seems to be an issue here.
Our opponents are seizing a
Definitely a bit of an oversight. At least Donnie's sort of trying it, but Bulat just is utterly obsessed with the IS-2. He possibly even has drawings of it, possibly some of them a bit erotic. That way he's sort of obsessing and refuses to get anything else. Come on, Donnie, finish that Suprema Corps. You knackwurst. Great hit from the IS-2 on the 222. Mine's being laid down here. There we go, nice hit from the Panzer Cannon. There's IS-2 landing a nice tight weak when they're putting down to half health, and of course landing more hits, gaining the ace level, which is really good for the Pack 40 here. Still hasn't finished it. Bulat still hasn't tagged up. I gotta say, this match feels like it could have been over a lot sooner had just either of them tacked for medium armor. And this match sort of feels like it's just drawing out here because both are sort of caught up in a hang-up of one or the other kind. In this case, Donniechan's too focused on the command tanks, like someone who hasn't played the game in some time, and you're stuck in the meta where there are a ton of command tanks. And Bulat just, didn't quite move on from the IS-2 stage. And it's not because the IS-2 is bad, but the IS-2 works even better if you get other tanks. Punch grenades is not a bad idea there for Donnie though, not bad at all. Just wish he'd gone for them sooner, and I kind of wish he'd finished that. Large anti-tank frontier from Bulat being hauled around there, trying to look for any fascist tanks to blow up as violently and explosively as possible. While the S2s were seeing repairs again, 28 kills. I mean, if you get to it, you feel it's going to be amazing for Bulat. But again, so will be a lot more tanks supporting it. And for Donnie, finishing this would be amazing for him. Ooh, shot down there by the IS-2's pinned by machine gun. Come on, Donnie, do it. Something tells me Donnie was the type of kid never to do his homework back in school either. Just a guess. Then there you go, push with punch with machine gun entry into a lot of maxims. And of course the field guns really just blast anything into pieces. IS-2 on the move here. Fixing up the 2-2, which is certainly not a bad idea at all. But, not so would be finishing stuff. And finally, almost 40 minutes into the game, Bulat finally bloody well gets the Mechanised Armor Company up. Almost like he's been possessed by the spirit of Joseph Stalin, just insisted only builds the IS-2, and now he only just finally wakes up. Like, he just sort of suddenly finds himself sitting and then playing the game is like, what? What just happened? I saw they almost obliterates the ace pack. He's gonna need to finish that. He needs to stew. Come on, Donny. Get the Sturmgeschütz going. Schnell. Schnell. Los. Kartoffelkopf. Guys need to care panzer needs more of a spot. They need a bit more effective range there to sort of deal with engineers. Send the barrage off. Tiefenfahrt to hit here for Bulat. Panzer they need to retreat as well. They're about to get annihilated. We're going to send rounds over, taking out the pack 4. That's a huge blow there for Donny. TF Force 6 arriving. MD42 dealing with the Compton down south. Still hasn't finished it. Come on, Donny. You can't afford to wait any longer. And of course, Bulat can just churn out the T-34s. He can go for KV-8s all he wants as well. I mean, at this stage, Donniechan does not have a lot to counter those either. There we go. There we go. It's like, oh, scheiße. Hits a mine there. Not in front of the pack 4. That's going to be a bit helpful there for Donny. But yeah, I'll definitely say sloppy teching by both players. Very sloppy. If we were a teacher and this was an exam, I'd be tempted to give them a failing grade, or at least one of the lowest grades right before failing. At least they actually managed to take up, I guess, in the end, but they've really been cutting it close there. Now then, Donny needs Sturmgeschütz. There we go. As prophesized. Going for the engineers with the command tank, not a bad idea to prevent the arms from being repaired. It's going to be helpful there. And to take trying to catch our line, the 2-2 to weaving, continuously still being suppressed. More smoke here, I think helpful to break up some elements of Bulat's defense here. Also cover up the retreat of the command tank at this stage. 62 points left there. Bulat's rushed almost every victory point there. Donniechan needs to strike back fast. Sturmgeschütz almost done there. And he's got the fuel for another one. He's definitely going to need another one to really have a chance here versus Bulat. There you go. Machine can tank apart the pack crew with it. Close range. Murdering the Bolsheviks. I'm just getting bombarded there by Bulat's SIS-3 field gun. And his elite one at that matter. And there you go. Repairs, healing, and Sturmgeschütz. Sturmgeschütz gefechtsbereit. In Bereitstellungen. Anyways, Penlight machine gun spotting scopes being added, very nice. Also, with the spotting scopes, that's, I think, the only upgrade you can actually, do at the same time as any other upgrade in the game. Any other upgrade, it's, sequential, you do this, and this. But with the spotting scopes, you can actually upgrade that and say the Penlight machine, which of course also the other upgrade you can get at the same time. There we go. T-34 from 6 kaput, and action they're being dealt with on the machine gun. Donny can soon go for another stew. Bulat needs more armor and possibly some issue to fast back up his eyes too now, but more tanks would be really great for him. And all that can just be the KBH, is just more murder Bulat Donniechan's infantry. Donniechan going in there aggressive with the Sturmgeschütz, opening up the machine gun and main gun, cutting apart his rations. There you go, needs to be careful with those field guns. Still 3 kills already. Command tank moving up. Donny can already go for another Sturmgeschütz. Really should. As for Bulat, he's got every option available in the Mechanised Armor Company. He just needs to pick one. Stug almost taking up with the eyes too. Still more. Oh dear. Lost the Stug. He's going to need another one. Donny, another Sturmgeschütz. Should have gone for one already. Yeah, had one up by now, I think. There you go. 47 and turn 18. Cuneo advancing 2-2 there with 22 kills. And there you go. Eyes to train to the pack 40 and a Tellermine. Almost got it. Bulat's still not going for armor. What are you doing, Bulat? And at this stage, he might just need to have to call in another IS-2 anyways, because he just left himself another option because he just refused to get more than that. So it ends up being a self-fulfilling prophecy. And there you go, command tank 2 is flanking up, he's going for the Pan 4 set, nice to destroy the IS-2, of course got punished by that. He should have probably considered the fact he's gone for nothing else except that one T-34 that's going to have plenty of resources just to easily get another one. It seems like Donniechan here is a optimist of the highest order. I'm saying such optimism can't be admirable at times. Right here it feels a bit reckless. There you go. Nice merge from Bulat on the field gun, using the company training, doesn't get cleared out there by Donnie. Very nice way. So he gets the field gun without losing, well, gets the command tank without losing the field gun. Nice play there, Bulat. Nice play. Wish he'd done a bit more stuff like that sooner. But there you go. Second nice two out here. 47 was on 80. Donniechan and Matt's going to be a bit surprised here. My God, they could go for another one. They build a huge fuel stockpile and they go for another IS-2 when we destroy it. What madness is this? Inconceivable. 9 Helmut, it was in fact very conceivable. Pass there. Seemingly wants a bit of attention, the fluffy little kitten. Got myself the best timing for it while I'm casting. I was they're rolling back. Backed up by the field guns. Pencil moving in. Is he going to go for another bloody command tank? I think he is. Yup. Another command tank. Seems like each of the two players are suffering a bit from their own obsession. Cat purring while he's biting into my hand, the cheeky little bastard. I need him to let go of it, Basil, you fat fluffy bastard. Not the time to be biting in my hand. Maxim's MD42 here. The IS-2 triumphantly rolls in, blast part of the machine gun crew to bits before falling back again. Probably could get away with pushing up on the west side and again getting light armor. Field guns moving up, advancing there. Getting that Panzer IV fixed up for the fatherland. We need to hurry about this, Helmut. The Russians are right outside. And they could be murdering us any moment now, unless that Panzer IV gets out there fast enough. Got that 2-2 speeding out. They're 27 kills. I mean, Donniechan's really sort of highlight what he can do with the 2-2. So that's nice to see. That is nice to see. Bit of skirmishing get packed, about to go wild. 99 points left for Bulat versus Donniechan's 47. Troops enemy enforcing. Pack lost. 2-2 rushed in. For Deutschland with 28 kills. About to lose another Panzer, but can only hit his Russen. 4-6 Donny, 4-6. But not too 4-6 either. And there you go, loses the Pack 40 right under his nose. Again. Smoke bombs called in, command tank moving in, he's going to need something a bit more impressive here, and right in front of all the anti-tank guns. Sneaking up here behind. Not looking good here for Donnie, not looking good. Unless he can clear all the anti-tank guns in one go with the command tank, which he might just because his opponent's now focusing on the other tank there. troops moving in, the 2-2 moving in. Losing the Panzer IV, but he's almost got all the field guns. Down to just one, and he's about to get that one as well, meaning he's got no anti-tank guns. IS-2 is going to be too far away, plus, in theory, Donnie could recruit some of these anti-tank ones to turn against the IS-2, though he needs to get rid of those maxims, because they are quickly tank through any anti-tank gun crews. Still, Donniechan seems to be somehow pulling it off here versus Bulat, and Bulat is just in shock that somehow not going for tanks when he easily had the resource for it could somehow betray him. How could this be? I was betrayed by my own short-sightedness. Sucker Bulat. Stalin's gonna be pissed. So in some ways this kind of feels like a throwback to like the meta like a year ago was very much, you know, like this. You know, fear syndrome and players just relying on call-ins and not enough on tech.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
The only difference is, of course, the map is vastly changed. $75 points left, 31 for Donnie. He's got all 3 victory points. Now, Basil, stop biting my hand, you little bastard.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
Smoke bombs in again. I mean, I'll commend Donniechan making reasonable use of that. That's good. That's nice to see. I just wish he'd done just as good a job with tacking. Of course, that still leagues ahead of Bulat. But at least he was able to get out some tanks, I guess. Charging at the T-34 had only propulsion focusing the other victory point, down to 45 though. At this stage, I'd say it might actually be GG for Bulat. GG. And there goes sync error. Game over. He just straight up exited the game. So, a victory for Das Vaterland. A loss for the Red Army. 3rd Shock Army repulsed here by the 24th Panzerdivision, and some heroic fighting. Overall, I mean, this match again sort of felt like a throwback to like older metas, which again were highly reliant on call-ins and all that. Overly focused on them without taking up there, and that certainly in the end, you know, I think, you know, kind of decided as a match. Like Bulat just pulled his advantage, checked ahead for armor. He probably would have won this. Had Donnie also done that, who knows how it might have happened, but still. Had Donnie just, you know, done things better as well, probably would have been over faster. So in this regard, there are definitely some issues there. They rely again too much on either command tanks and IS-2s. There could have been more flanking attempts and some more other options, but still there was some nice uses by Donnie, some nice mining by Bulat, and some real nice early game, but again, just failed to materialize into something bigger. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. If this is Imperial Links, cheers. Thank you for watching. You're all a wonderful audience, and hope to see you all tomorrow again for a nice sunny episode. Bye.